الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. وقال لفتيانه اجعلوا بضاعتهم في رحالهم لعلهم يعرفونها إذا انقلبوا إلى أهلهم لعلهم يرجعون فلما رجعوا إلى أبيهم قالوا يا أبانا منع منا الكيل فأرسل معنا أخانا نكتب وإنا له لحافظون قال هل آمنكم عليه إلا كما أمنتكم على أخيه من قبل فالله خير حافظا وهو أرحم الراحمين. ولما فتحوا متاعهم وجدوا بضاعتهم ردت إليهم قالوا يا أبانا ما نبغي هذه بضاعتنا ردت إلينا ونمير أهلنا ونحفظ أخانا ونزداد كيل بعير ذلك كيل يسير قال لن أرسله معكم حتى تؤتون موثقا من الله لتأتونني به إلا أن يحاط بكم فلما آتوه موثقهم قال الله على ما نقول وكيل. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله. وقال يا بني لا تدخلوا من باب واحد وادخلوا من أبواب توكلت عليه فليتوكل المتوكلون ولما دخلوا من حيث أمرهم أبوهم ما كان يغني عنهم من الله من شيء إلا حاجة في نفس يعقوب قضاها وإنه لذو علم لما علمناه ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون ولما دخلوا على يوسف آوى إليه أخاه قال إني أنا أخوك فلا تبتئس بما كانوا يعملون الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين فلما جهزهم بجهازهم جعل السقاية في رحل أخيه ثم أذن مؤذن أيتها العير إنكم لسارقون قالوا وأقبلوا عليهم ماذا تفقدون قالوا نفقد صواع الملك ولمن جاء به حمل بعيد وأنا به زعيم قالوا تالله لقد علمتم ما جئنا لنفسد في الأرض وما كنا سارقين قالوا فما جزاؤه إن كنتم كاذبين قالوا جزاؤه من وجد في رحله فهو جزاؤه كذلك نجزي الظالمين فبدأ بأوعيتهم قبل وعاء أخيه ثم استخرجها من وعاء أخيه كذلك كدنا ليوسف ما كان ليأخذ أخاه في دين الملك إلا أن يشاء الله وسع ربنا كل شيء علما وفوق كل ذي علم عليم الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. First of all, we welcome Sheikh Ibrahim in ICK. Barakallahu feek. Rabbana yahfadak. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you in this dunya and akhirah, inshallah. There is one sister, he asked for dua for his son. He's in the hospital. So we're going to start, inshallah, by making a dua for him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it, inshallah, from all of us. So Sheikh Ibrahim, if you can make a dua for that kid, please.
Inshallah. What is his name, please, brother?
Brother's name is Ahmed. It's his son.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على نبينا محمد في الأولين وصل وسلم وزد وبارك على نبينا محمد في الآخرين وصل وسلم وزد وبارك على نبينا محمد في كل وقت وحين اللهم اشفه شفاء لا يغادر سقما اللهم اشفه شفاء لا يغادر سقما اللهم صبر أهله يا رب العالمين اللهم اكتب عليهم كل يسير وامح عنهم كل عسير برحمتك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah, wa man walah, wa man sara ala hadihi wa khutah ila yawmi an nalqah. Brothers and sisters, there's one king, he really thought that when he does something by himself, nobody shares anything with him, that inshallah Allah will give him a big ajr. So what happened from this king, he decided to build a masjid. And he told everybody in the city, you're not allowed to participate in that masjid with any how. You can't. Nobody can put a penny in that masjid. And he built, mashallah, beautiful, gray, huge masjids. And then he put his name on it and he said, inshallah, I made that masjid, so everybody will remember me. This is my masjid. I made it. I spent time, I spend money. I spend like people for me work. MashaAllah, everybody will remember me at all time, even after I die. One night, he slept. He had a dream that an angel came and he erased his name and he wrote a name of a lady, first and last name. He woke up in the morning, he got so scared, he asked the guards, go check for me, who is that lady, and see if my name is still in the masjid or not. So they went, they found his name is there. Says, that's it, it's just a dream, forget about it. Next day, he had the same dream again. So when he woke up in the morning, he asked the guards again, go and see. And then they said, your name is still there. Third night, same thing happened. And then he said, you know what, guys? I want you to look in everywhere in the country. Find out for me, who is this lady? He gave first and last name, which is the name he found in the 3 nights in his dream. Finally, they found this lady. So this lady came, and then the king told her, did you see my order? Have you heard about what I said? She said, what did you say? Said, you're not allowed to participate in the masjid with anything. She said, you know what? I'm a poor person. I don't have money to participate in your masjid. Says, no, you did something. I didn't do anything. You know, I can't participate to build that masjid. There's no way for me to put any commitment in that masjid. Says, no, you did something. Says, no, I did not. Oh, wait a minute. One day, I was walking next to the masjid and I found a horse was tied up hard, and this horse was very thirsty, and the water just right next to it, to that horse, but he can't reach it. So I just grabbed the water for that horse, you know, out of sincere and ikhlas, because I felt that it's an animal. We have to take care of the animal too. He said, Ya Allah, you did that with ikhlas, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted it from you. I made the whole entire masjid. I spent big amount of money without ikhlas. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not accept it from me. And what he did, he said to his guards, take my name off out of that sign there and put her name. So this is the message, brothers and sisters. Have ikhlas with your action. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not accept your work without ikhlas. If you have a lot of work, a lot of action, a lot of deeds without ikhlas, like a person walking in a desert, what he's doing, he is getting sand with him. He's carrying sand. And this sand is not going to help him with any way. This is exactly what we do. If you stay whole night making salah without ikhlas and keep counting, I have 2, 4, 6, 10, 20, 100. And you keep telling everybody, I made this, I made this, I made this. There is no ikhlas. Haba and manthura. In the day of judgment, what are you going to find? Nothing. It's gone. There is no hasanat for it. Why? Because there is no ikhlas. So now, brothers and sisters, I want you to care about the quality. I don't want you to care about the quantity. Don't say, I made 100 rak'at last night in 5 minutes. No, make 2 rak'at. But focus on this 2 rak'at and think about it. When you say, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, what does that mean? I don't know. I will go read. So each time I have this surah reciting, I will think about the meaning of it. One person one day, you know, he heard that people, you know, they having like a tree and they worshiping that tree. So he said, Wallahi, I am not going to sleep without go and cut it off. I can't leave this tree even if they kill me. He got his axe and he went. And then Shaitan came to him, looks like a man, and said to him, what are you going? He says, I will go to cut it. People are worshiping the tree instead of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says, no, let it go. He says, no, I am not. He says, you're not going to make it. I said, I'll make it. Kept fighting. And then they had a physical fighting. And then this person, this Abid won. So Shaitan said to him, listen, please, go back today. Don't cut it off, and I will give you 2 dinar every day. $2, you're going to find it in the front of your door every day. Said, wow, something great. Okay, good deal. He went back home. He found 2 dinar. Next day, 2 dinar. Third day, 2 dinar. It's a great thing. Fourth day, no money. Third day, fourth day, no money. Says, Wallahi, I will go and cut it off. That's it. He lied to me. He got his axe and he went. Shaitan came to him. Says, where are you going? Says, I will go to cut it. Says, you're not going to cut it. They kept fighting and then they had a physical fight. Shaitan won. Shaitan won. And then this person says, what happened? How did you meet me today? And I did it. I won last like 3 days ago. Says, you know what? First time you wanted to do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah gave you power. So that is why you won. Now you are fighting because of the money. That is why I won. Brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about the black ant and the black stone and the dark night. Can you believe that? Yes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبِلِ الْوَتِينِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is closer to you than what you can imagine. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there for you, brothers and sisters. You find two people praying in the same masjid, behind the same imam, the same salah, and the difference between their salah, the difference between the heaven and the earth. Because of ikhlas. Because of ikhlas. I will give you a story about sadaqah. Wallahi, I wasn't even planned to say, but it came to my mind right now. There is one sister, he was collecting money for the masjid. And then she went to the other sister and said to her, you know what? Please, can you participate? She said, no, I don't want money. I'm not going to give you money. She says, Wallahi, I'm not going to leave you until you give me money. She says, you know what? Okay, fine. I just want to get rid of you. She got $1 and give it to her. And then, she says, okay, I will take it. Then what happened? The sister kept collecting money. And then, alhamdulillah, she got the money, to finish the project in the masjids. And alhamdulillah, she finished everything. And then after she made the calculation to see how much do we need, how much left, she found that the money she collected are even to the cost she needs, except there's $1 extra for this sister. Just give it because she wants to get rid of it. She went back to her and says, you know what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want your dollar. Take it back. So brothers and sisters, ikhlas is the key for you to have your deed up there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't look at how many raka'at you made. Maybe you made million raka'at in your life, but only one sajdah. Only one sajdah. You were mukhlis in it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put you in Firdaus al-A'la because of it. So brothers and sisters, ikhlas is the key of success in this dunya and akhirah. 12 days of Ramadan just passed. So inshallah, we will start having ikhlas from now on. Think about Allah more than people. So in that way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you barakah and all what you have. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from مخلصين. اللهم آمين.
بارك الله فيك شيخ عبد الحميد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Inshallah, we will host today Sh.Ismeal, Sheikh Imam of Islamic Center in Hawaii. He will be with us inshallah in 10 minutes inshallah ta'ala. Today we are sailing in Surah Yusuf, one from the greatest surah in Al-Quran Al-Kareem. And actually people love this surah because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned the story between Yusuf and his brothers, and the story between Yusuf and his father, and the story between Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam and the king of Egypt, and all these kind of mashallah beautiful dialogues which happened between all of them. Today inshallah I'm going to talk about something else, because all people around the world, Muslim and non-Muslim, they know the story of Yusuf. We wanted to take something new in this surah. We wanted to look at the center of this surah. The center of this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Taqwa, and talking about sincerity. If you be sincere and be muttaqi and be trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who runs the universe, you have to have these three things, and you will see it in the whole these stories in Surah Yusuf. Number one, the test, the ibtila, the sabr, which happened between about the Sayyidina Yaqub, the father of Yusuf alayhi salam. What happened to the Yaqub alayhi salam, the father of Yusuf? He had all these hardship times. His eyes became blind and all this stuff. And what he did, he was positive man. He was encouraging his son after the disaster which they did. He told them, يا بني اذهبوا فتحسسوا من يوسف وأخيه ولا تيأسوا من روح الله إنه لا ييأس من روح الله إلا القوم الكافرون. Go and search about Yusuf and his brother after he lost his eyes. He still, alayhi salam, had this steadfastness. He still had this positive thoughts in his mind. Even after he lost his eyes, yeah, he was encouraging them to go to search of Yusuf alayhi salam and his brother. And he said, وَلَا تَيْأَسُوا مِنْ رَوْحِ اللَّهِ. Don't be spared from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't be the spirit. خلاص. لا تيأسوا من روح الله. Why يا سيدنا يعقوب؟ إنه لا ييأس من روح الله إلا القوم الكافرون. Those who despair from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's not believers. They don't have yaqeen in their heart. Allahu Akbar. Yalla, sail with a surah. This is the one example from the positivity which Sayyidina Yaqub had. Go to Sayyidina Yusuf himself. Allahu Akbar. If you, subhanAllah, see the graph of the story of Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam, you will find up and down. Number one, his father was love him so much. There's something good. Up. Go down. Because of this love, this love again. This will leads him to be one main person in the palace of the king of Egypt. Something good. This thing lead him to be in the jail. It's a bad thing. Go. This jail leads him to be the minister of treasury. The treasurer person, the main one in Egypt. Then he collected his family and so on and so on. See, this like graph. Something good, something bad. Something good, something bad. Something good, something bad. This is our life. This is real example about our life. وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم. Maybe you like something and it's bad for you, and maybe you hate something and it's good for you. From step to step, from phrase to phrase, like graph. This is the beautiful surah. What he did, Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam, when he was in the jail, plain al-ru'ya, the dream which the king saw. What he did, Sayyidina Yusuf, he was in the jail, and this king oppressed him and put him in the jail, and this king needs his help that time. What he did, Sayyidina Yusuf, he explained the ru'ya. Then the king made him the treasurer of Egypt. This is what happened. He had this positivity all the time, and he has trust in Allah, the one who runs the world. All the are going to talk about this thing. Allah, about Yusuf. What else? The father of Yaqub was advising his sons. After they did this, he was teaching them, تعالوا إذ حضر يعقوب الموت. When he got to the death, he brought all of them and he told them, أم كنتم شهداء إذ حضر يعقوب الموت إذ قال لبنيه ما تعبدون من بعدي. أولاد, all sons, all my children, who will you worship after I die? Who will worship? And they said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was teaching them the real monotheism, the real oneness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even after all these horrible things which they did, he was still making all these da'awat, calling to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now the parents, subhanallah, despair. Desperates now, the whole parents. I called my dad, I told him many times, I advised him. They don't answer me, they don't listen to me. Khalas, I gave up. But Sayyidina Yaqub didn't give up, dear brothers and sisters. After he lost his eyes, he didn't give up. Allahu Akbar. Go and sail. Yalla, now Yaqub and Yusuf. What about the brothers of Yusuf? After they did all these horrible things, did they give up? Did they lost the hope? No. They came to Sayyidina Yaqub after they did all these things and they said, قالوا يا أبانا استغفر لنا ذنوبنا إنا كنا خاطئين. Oh, Dad, seek forgiveness upon us from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We were wrong. This is the brothers of Yusuf. After all these horrible things which they did, after they thrown Sayyidina Yusuf in the well and all this stuff, they seek forgiveness from their dad and from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know why? Because their dad was Sayyidina Yaqub. He was teaching them all the time, don't lose the hope. Don't lose the hope. Don't despair from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't be the spirits. He was teaching them. خير معلم, the best teacher was their dad. Then they didn't lose the hope even after what they do. يا أبانا استغفر لنا ذنوبنا إنا كنا خاطئين قال سوف أستغفر لكم ربي. I will. And he seek the forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yaqub, Yusuf, the brothers of Yusuf. What else? Last thing and last minute. Also the whole messengers and prophets. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has advised them in this surah to be steadfast, to don't lose the hope. Don't be the spirits. Don't despair from the mercy of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in great ayah, حتى إذا استيأس الرسل وظنوا أنهم قد كذبوا جاءهم أمرنا. When the messengers leave to this level of despair, خلاص, they lost all hopes. خلاص, in this level, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said حتى إذا استيأس الرسل وظنوا أنهم قد كذبوا. They thought خلاص, everything gone. جاءهم أمرنا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them their order that you will be succeeded. This is what happened with Prophet Nuh alayhi salam and all these prophets alayhim salatu wasalam, and this is what happened with Sayyidina Yusuf. This surah, dear brothers and sisters, talking about Yusuf al-Insan, Yusuf as a human being. Allah doesn't talk in this surah about Yusuf as a prophet. In different surah, Surah Ghafir, وَلَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ يُوسُفُ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ. This surah, Surah Ghafir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Yusuf as a prophet. But this surah, Allah is talking about Yusuf as a human being to teach us the lessons which we have to learn from this great surah, from Sayyidina Yaqub as a human being, from Sayyidina Yusuf as a human being, from the brothers of Sayyidina Yusuf as a human beings, then from the whole messengers as a messengers. حتى إذا استيأس الرسل وظنوا أنهم قد كذبوا جاءهم أمرنا. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا. اللهم فقهنا وعلمنا في الدين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Dear brothers and sisters, open the Masahif and recite this great surah today بإذن الله تعالى. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. Now inshallah we have guest Sheikh Ismail Sheikh from Hawaii, but brother will say the competition until we inshallah join with him inshallah.
Yeah, is he there now?
I don't know. Is he there, brother?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. كيف الحال? الحمد لله. Okay. The question for tonight, okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent so many prophets, right? Yes. Allah mentioned how many in Quran? 25, right? Okay. There is a prophet did not die yet. What is the name of that prophet?
Yeah, this is his show.
What is the name of the prophet did not die yet? I'm waiting for your answers. Inshallah will be easy. I'm trying to give you something easy, not hard. So with that way, I find a lot of answers. So I'm checking the answers here. Bismillah, mashallah. I received so many answers in 1 second. You can't imagine. Look.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
But the first one is Brother Ahmed bin Arus. Yeah, Brother Ahmed bin Arus. Yes, Prophet Isa alayhi salam. He is the prophet, did not die yet. وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُم. Inshallah, Prophet Isa will come back to the earth and then he's going to die, and then inshallah, barakallahu fikum. Is he there now?
Yeah, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Ismail.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
First of all, we welcoming Sheikh Ismail Sheikh. He is Imam of Muslim Association of Hawaii. and he is joining us from Hawaii. How is Hawaii, Sheikh? And we miss you so much.
MashaAllah, it's nice weather. MashaAllah, it's about 75 degrees.
MashaAllah.
Loud your voice يا مولانا.
Loud my voice. Okay.
السلام عليكم، كيف الحال؟
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله يبارك لك يا رب، ربنا يحفظكم ويبارك فيكم ويتقبل منكم صالح الأعمال.
أشغل المايك عشان الصوت يبقى أعلى.
It's okay يا مولانا, it's fine, we can hear you now.
تمام.
تفضل يا مولانا كده, if you would like to talk about Ramadan in Hawaii and what you are feeling with the COVID-19, and give us what you have, inshallah, in 16 minutes.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله, we are blessed to be here in Hawaii. His voice now is better?
Yes,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
MashaAllah. To be in Hawaii, alhamdulillah, we are in the last 4 states that, alhamdulillah, with the low number of cases. We are in island surrounded by water, 5 hours from California by airplane. This is the closest land for us. To California, 5 hours flying. And 6 hours from Fiji. So we are in the middle of the nowhere. Alhamdulillah, we have about 1 million people live in Hawaii Islands. Hawaii Islands, it's 7 islands, but the population in Honolulu, the island itself called Oahu, and the city is Honolulu.
So how many Muslims are there? How many Muslims?
Honolulu. Huh?
How many Muslims are there?
We have about 5,000 Muslims living in Hawaii. The
5,000, mashallah.
First Muslim arrived to Hawaii in 1907. From Palestine, came with the boat. Came with boat 1907. The first.
MashaAllah. So how many masajid then?
We have only 1 masjid.
Ya Allah.
They have only masjid, and he is the imam of this masjid. They are blessed, Sheikh. Just talk about Ramadan there, previous Ramadanat and this Ramadan, please.
Yeah, previous Ramadans we have, mashallah, active community that we have iftar every night, mostly every night. Together we make iftar together, and then we make tarawih 1 juz every night. Alhamdulillah, for years I am here in Hawaii, since 2002. 18 years now. So I became part of the history of Hawaii.
Sorry, I missed that.
So, alhamdulillah, also we are, mashallah, very, very connected and known among all the other communities as Muslim. And we played some major roles in the last 2 years, inshallah, alhamdulillah. Hawaii is the first state, I think, in the history to consider and recognize Islam Day. We give the idea to senators and Congress of the states, and they recognized the Islam Day for Muslims in Hawaii every year. So we celebrate that day, September 23, every year. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Ramadan this year is different. Alhamdulillah, we have daily program like your guys. We recite 1 juz from Quran. We have a lecture every night with different subjects. People, mashallah, are very connected. We have a large number, and also the motivation also for the donations. People donate more than before, alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Are you praying Taraweeh, Sheikh? Are you praying Taraweeh?
I give like from 8 to 9, 1 hour, because our Isha here in Hawaii is 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow, mashallah. You don't fast then. You eat at 7:30, mashallah.
Yes, Maghrib is 6:50.
6:50. This is our Asr time. Then alhamdulillah, mashallah.
Welcome to Hawaii.
So again, do you make Taraweeh?
Yeah, we give 1 hour for people to make Taraweeh at home with the families.
Oh, okay.
But I make Taraweeh in the masjid with the family, and because I live in the second floor of the masjid, so we pray as a family in the masjid. So we keep the masjid, mashallah, live. All the 5 prayers we pray in jama'ah in the masjid, but family only. But the main gates of the masjid are closed.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the time inshallah you will open ya Sheikh Ismail? Just يعني we wanted to make people inshallah يعني interested inshallah. يعني what's the expectation of the time you will reopen the masjid inshallah again and make all these salawat like regular things? In Hawaii I'm talking.
We don't know yet, because we are waiting for the governor and the mayor to announce something this Thursday. They say Thursday they will look over the situation and see if they can open partially. To come completely like before, it takes time.
Yeah.
But here banks are opened, grocery stores, beaches, parks are opened for individual activities, not for groups.
Okay, last thing we wanted to listen to your advice for people, especially in Ramadan, ya Sheikh. If you give us موعظة or something like that, we have inshallah 9 minutes, so we will enjoy inshallah with your talk and we will not cut you. Go ahead, Sheikh.
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Always the believer, all his matters are good. Alhamdulillah. عجبا لأمر المؤمن إن أمره كله له خير. So all the matters for the believers are good, and the believer should take the good side from every situation. So we should look at this Ramadan in different angle and see the goodness and the blessings of this Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants to teach us something in Ramadan. In this Ramadan, He wants to teach us, if people go to masjid and pray Taraweeh and make ibadah for His sake, for Allah, or for the sake of the community, or for the sake of the gathering, or have fun and spend time with the community and the masjid. So this is very good lesson and test. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to see if you're gonna make Taraweeh as regular at home, by yourself, by your family, or only you do it in the masjid, in jama'ah, to show off and to have this in community. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to spend this Ramadan with Him. As Siyam between Allah and His slave, also this Ramadan is between Allah and the mu'mineen. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants us to worship Him only for the sake of Allah in this Ramadan. Nobody see you and nobody combine you or see you when you make Taraweeh at home. Also, and in the other side, also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to feel and recognize the blessings of Jama'ah. I know it is hard for the person to pray Taraweeh by himself, by his family. It is easy to come to the masjid and pray behind the Imam. It makes it easy for us, for all of us. It's called Hist al-Jama'ah, the group feeling. When you are in Jama'ah, the ibadah and the worship will become more easy. So it is an opportunity for us to recognize the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the ni'mah of Jama'ah, the ni'mah of the masjid, to be among your brothers, to be among your sisters. So also we got this lesson too. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gave us this opportunity to make i'tikaf and to stay home and increase our ibadah and increase our activities with the family. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, last years, I know some people, they pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I wish that I can take 1 week off from work so I can stay home with the family, enjoy the iftar, enjoy the siyam with my family, and make taraweeh. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your dua and give you the whole month to stay with your family and to stay home, enjoy the Ramadan. Believe me or not, this Ramadan is unforgettable. You will not forget this Ramadan. You will remember with the family. Now your kids in high school, in middle school, soon inshallah will go to college, will establish their life. You will remember this Ramadan. Remember the Ramadan Corona, Ramadan of Corona. Remember we sit together, we break our breakfast together, because now we can sit together as a family, but tomorrow or after years, it will cost a lot to bring this family again together, to see each other or to have iftar together. It may be not possible for the whole family to come from other states, from different countries, and come together in the same time. This is a ni'am that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us today, but we don't recognize it, we don't feel it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us this opportunity to recognize His ni'am. Ramadan, subhanallah, just I know a few seconds. Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Ramadan with the combinations of ibadah. So in Ramadan, we make siyam, we make tilawat al-Quran, we make sadaqah, sawm, salah, Quran, sadaqah, and dua. 5 major ibadah that only in Ramadan come together. You can do it together. You make fasting during the day. You make salat taraweeh at the night. You recite Quran. You make dua. Dua is highly recommended in Ramadan. Ayatul dua. It came between the ayatul siyam. إذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوات الداعي إذا دعان. This ayah of dua, it came between the ayat, the verses of siyam. So in the ayah, Surah Fatir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَتْلُونَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ. Those people, they recite the book of Allah. وَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ, and perform salah. وَأَنْفَقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً, and they spend from what we have provided them, secretly and openly. يَرْجُونَ تِجَارَةً لَن تَبُورَ. يَرْجُونَ تِجَارَةً لَن تَبُورَ. The expecting and the seeking the profit and the trading will not perish. So in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about Kitabullah, Tilawat al-Quran, Iqam al-Salah, to spend for the sake of Allah, and to make dua, because Yarjuna Tijarata Lan Tabur, they seek the profits from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the month of Ramadan, we should get benefit from all these 5 things. Siyam, do the right Siyam, perfect Siyam. Dua, make dua every iftar, every night. We make dhikrullah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Qura'at al-Quran. These 5 things together, when you do it perfect, it will bring to your heart tranquility. It will bring to your heart the peace. It will bring happiness to your life. So Ramadan is a month of happiness, the month of tranquility, the month of rahmah. If you do all these 5 together, perfect, the rahmah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be sent upon you. the tranquility from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The ibadah that you do in this month, it will be also multiplied. It's not like other month or other days. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will multiply our fara'id, our sunan, our ibadah in this month of Ramadan, and we have no excuses. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unlocked shayateen in this month, so we don't have excuse now. Nobody can say shaitan and shaitan. No, there is no whispering, there is no shayateen in the month of Ramadan. If the evil comes, it comes from yourself. You are responsible for that. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our siyam, our fasting, to accept our salah, to accept our zakah and our charity, to accept our dua, and to accept all our good deeds, inshallah, in the month of Ramadan. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you for having
Barakallah
me.
feek, Sheikh Ismail. We are honored to host you tonight from Hawaii. I missed you and your community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather us soon. Also, we have Sh.Abdelhameed Sh.Bakeer, Imam of ICK. He is giving you his salam. Inshallah, see you soon. Wa barakallahu feekum.
بارك الله فيك إمام إسماعيل. الله يحفظك ويبارك لك ويتقبل منك ويجعله في ميزان حسناتك إن شاء الله.
Jazakumullah khair. All my salam to your communities. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of you. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu
بارك
alaikum.
الله فيك. الله يبارك لك. بارك الله فيكم. جزاكم الله خيرا. Alhamdulillah, the Imam talked about the same point, which is ikhlas. You know, so since we're not making the salah in the masjid, you are making home, so the ikhlas is going to be there too, inshallah. And inshallah, we're going to work on our ikhlas, so with that way we can get the most of the ajr, inshallah. It was a beautiful night, alhamdulillah. Barakallahu feekum, jazakumullah khairan, subhanakallah wa bihamdik. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. بارك الله فيكم. جزاكم الله كل خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.